Hello again, and welcome to Promenade Française. We are very happy to see you here, and life is wonderful. Today is day 79 of a 90-day challenge, a challenge that I would probably never actually, I always knew I was going to be able to do it because I've done challenges before. I've done public challenges before. I did a 100-day challenge one time. And so I know what it feels like to do a challenge, and I know how difficult it is to do a challenge. But also, when you're doing a challenge, particularly if you're doing a challenge on like something that you really care about, like like I want to learn French, so it's this thing. If you're young and if you're trying to figure out how to get something done in life, then basically you just have to have like a lot of willpower. And if you can't maintain your willpower, you have to figure out some kind of hack. Like, what can you do in order to maintain that willpower? And I found that usually if I do a challenge, like a 90-day challenge, I think a 90-day challenge is definitely an extreme challenge. It's long enough that you can make some really big change. And but yet it's short enough that like you're not gonna die. 3 months? Now I just want to jump into this video. So I feel like this particularly is really challenging because see the green and the blue. Well, I know this is sense to you. It says 未完成过去时定义. It's okay. So what is this 未完成? What does this mean? 未完成. And then what does this mean? 过去时. And then what does this mean? 定义. So 定义, it's kind of like ding. It's like to, I don't know if it's to 确定. So it means, I mean, the sound of it sounds like there's another word. It's like ding, like to nail down. It seems like between the word for nail and this word, uh, but I have that connection in my mind. So it means to nail down the meaning. 确定, or to decide, or to define. So it means to define. Now, 过去时 means the time. 过去 means the past, so it means the past tense. And then 未完成, it means that it hasn't been completed yet. So it's unfinished past tense. So what's the meaning of the unfinished past tense? Because in French they have this passé composé. Right? So here's like 过去的某个动作. Okay, so here's like something that happens. And then this one is 现在, so this is right now. Here's 未来将来的某个动作, so something which happens in the future. Then it says 过去的某个, so okay, so there's something that happens here, and then something which happens here. So it says 过去持续性的动作或状态. So it means that like, okay, so in the past, something there's some kind of activity or action which is continuous, right? So it's an action or some kind of 状态. What's a 状态? Condition, some kind of condition or action which is continuous, but it's in the past. Now we also have this in English. We call it past continuous. So maybe this means past continuous. Now, what does it mean in their examples? Now, in their examples, I don't know. I was watching this video, and to be honest, I was just like, I didn't really.
Bonjour. Un terrible accident vient de se passer sur l'autoroute A9, à côté de Nîmes, entre un camion
I
et
was having
5
a hard time
voitures.
paying attention.
我刚刚到达，je viens d'arriver. 刚刚到达 sur l'autoroute A9 sur les lieux de
Can you hear the
l'accident.
audio?
我到达了这个事故现场，lieu 是地点啊，而且它是有复数的，可能因为它那个事故啊不是一
So this is a problem which happens with YouTube a lot, actually. So what happens is I want to share the screen, but it doesn't share it. You can't share like somebody else's video. Okay, but unless you do it like this. Let me just check if it worked or not. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so it works like this. Good. Okay, so it says, oui, bonjour, Michel. Alors, voilà, je viens d'arriver sur l'autoroute. Devant moi, in front of, here, j'ai devant moi. Okay, oui, bonjour, Michel. Alors, voilà, je viens, I came d'arriver sur l'autoroute. I arrived. So what is it? So the question is, what is this vient d'arriver? And then how is that different using quand l'accident est arrivé? So when the accident arrived. So est arrivé is simple past. So this is using être and the past participle of arrive. Est arrivé. Now here it gives you a time. So during the time when the accident happened, Madame Besoin traversée. So she was and traversée. She was driving a car. Un point dessus des autoroutes, elle est toujours alors, Madame. Okay, so it looks like this is past continuous. Was traversée. I mean, I guess it means, or maybe she was walking across the street. À vélo, or she was riding. So she was riding. She was crossing the street on a bicycle. Un point au-dessus de l'autoroute. But what is this? Je viens d'arriver. Je viens d'arriver. Je viens d'arriver. French. Je viens d'arriver. Je viens. I just arrived. I just arrived. So I'm not really sure how to understand this word vient. And this is what is this? What is this tense? Maybe I'll just rewind it a little bit. Un terrible accident vient de passer. Okay, I'm gonna just jump out. I wonder if that actually messes it up for me. Oh, interesting. What the? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so it worked. I need to do this, but I'm going to be typing on the other screen. And so I'm curious about, what does this thing mean? Vient de se passer. It just happened. Sur l'autoroute on the. She says, 刚刚到达, je viens d'arriver. 刚刚到达, so it means just when I arrived. Sur l'autoroute A9, je viens d'arriver sur l'autoroute 我刚刚到达. So I had just arrived. But she didn't explain. In front of me. Okay, j'ai devant moi. Okay, I had in front of me. So in front of me. So there was in front of me. Okay. So it's a way of telling a story. We use this in order to describe things that are happening in the past during the story. Okay, so in here it says "à bien comme tous les matins," as all mornings, I traversais le pont et alors j'ai vu, je traversais. So what does it mean? Je traversais. What does it mean? I was traversais I was crossing. Okay, so exactly. So this is the same as past continuous. It just means was doing something. We put was as like the was, meaning it's in the past, and then we add ing, meaning it was past continuous. I was passing the point and I saw. So this is simple past. Un camion de cocher sur le camion. Camion was that a truck? Se cocher sur la route. Se cocher, cocher, cocher. J'ai vu un camion se cocher sur la route. I saw the truck fall. I saw a truck fall on the road. What? Okay. Des voitures suivant la camion. Okay, so this one looks like it's singular, but this one looks like it's plural. Des voitures suivaient le camion. The cars were following the truck. See, again, it's past continuous. The cars were following the truck. They had voulu. Elles ont voulu s'arrêter. They wanted to stop. They had want. So this is simple past. They wanted to stop, but they roulaient trop vite. They were going. They were rolling. They were driving too fast, I think. And in addition, il venait de pleuvoir. Il venait de pleuvoir. It had just rained. So what does this mean? De pleuvoir. So this means raining. So it had just rained. So I guess we could change it to it was raining. What is this word? Venait. It came. He came. So you could say it was coming the rain. It was coming the rain. Now this is also the similar in Russian. You can say идет дождь. Идет дождь. So it was coming the rain, or it was going the rain. It was doing the rain. So it just depends. So this is usually rain. It's usually a little bit special compared to other verbs. La route était glissante. Était. What is this? Était. So it looks like was. So what? The road was glistening. Était glissante. The road was slippery. No, I don't know why they're using this. The road was being. The road was being. Okay, so if this is the être, if you're using this in past continuous, you would say the road was being slippery. Une première voiture a heurté le camion. So this is simple past. The first car has arrived. The first car hit the truck, and puis une deuxième, and then 1 second, 1/3. I was being terrified. Really? All right, there you go. So that's an interesting exercise just to go through this this text, and it also tells us that we're this A1 book is pretty extreme because you're learning all the tenses. Now we could go more extreme. So throughout this whole chapter, we're going to be learning what? Où l'accident s'il passait, il y a combien de blessés? Okay, so there's going to be a list. It looks like a listening exercise. Quelles sont les circonstances? Passé composé au imparfait. 是复合过去时还是未完过去时? So that's what I said. Is it simple past or is it past imperfect past? So composé. What's the difference between the word composé? We could say passé, composé. I'm guessing it means completed. Completed or incomplete. Past perfect or past imperfect. Now we do have past perfect in English, and we have past continuous. 复合. What does this mean? 复合. And then here it's explained 复合过去时 and 未来过去时. So what we could do if we're going to do this kind of like this AI situation. I had a little nap just now. It was kind of weird. I was watching some video and I just fell asleep for 20 minutes. So I have slightly more energy than usual at this time of day. So let's do this. Let's jump into the exercises and let's jump into our good old AI bot. Take the role of a French tutor and help me through these exercises. All right. So, not sure what language it's going to do it because I got all kinds of languages in here. Nice. Okay, let's spread it out just a little bit. Bonjour, I'd be happy to help you through these French exercises. Take one by one. Let's start with exercise 8. Complétez la phrase comme dans l'exemple. Complete the sentence as in the example. The example given is il ne voyage plus, mais avant il voyageait beaucoup. What is this? Okay. Bonsoir, prêt à continuer. Are you prepared? Prepare. So this is an order. Prepare to continue with another exercise. Well, I suppose it means are you prepared? Are you prepared to continue with another exercise? C'est formidable. Je veux que la première image, I see that the first image, donne, gives des explications, gives an explanation, gives the explanations, plural, en chinois sur le passé composé et l'imparfait. C'est une très bonne base pour les exercices qui suivent, notamment l'exercice Piet. Piet is Russian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suivre. This is a word I'm always interested in, and I always forget it. I don't know why. Suivre. All right, let's jump into our Google Translate. So it says passeport, une très bonne base pour. Start with pour. Les exercices, for the exercises which suivons, which follow, notably. Suivant, follow, which follow. Interesting. Okay, commençons. Let's begin with exercise number 4. Sur la deuxième image, l'instruction est dit pourquoi Bruno s'est pas allé à la fête chez ses amis. Say why, say why. Oops. Now, didn't really give us the definition or any explanation of the Chinese situation, but that's fine. Okay, dis pourquoi. So it says, say why Bruno didn't go to his friend's party. Now, in the image, I wonder if we can look at it. Good, we can look at it. Nice. Dis pourquoi Bruno n'est pas allé à la fête chez ses amis. Say why Bruno did not go to the party with his friends. 根据图示说明为什么what is this? 部落呢没去朋友家参加聚会 is it 舞会 or 聚会 I think it's 聚会. It's been a good 10 years since I was in Chinese class. Il n'est pas venu parce qu'il était malade. He wasn't venu. Il n'est pas venu parce qu'il était. All right, so he was being sick. He didn't come because he was being sick. All right, so we just have to change, right? He didn't come because he what? First one is because he was waiting for the bus, because he was waiting for the bus, because he was vacationing in Sicily, because he was bon anniversaire papa, because he was celebrating his father's birthday, because he was studying all night. All right, so I got some answers already kind of plugged in. The googly goo. Now what does it say? L'exemple montre l'image de quelqu'un au lit, malade, et la phrase, what is this? Au lit. L'exemple montre above one image de quelqu'un au lit in the reading, sick, and the phrase, il n'est pas venu parce qu'il était malade. He didn't come because he was sick. Donc, for each image, vous devez imaginer, you need to imagine the reason for, why, for which, laquelle. Bruno est pas allé à la fête et l'exprimer en commençant par l'exprimer. What's this word? L'exprimer. Par il n'est pas allé à la fête parce que il n'est pas venu. Oui, en formation similaire, en utilisé passé composé, l'action de ne pas y aller, ou ce qu'il est fait à la place, souvent l'imparfait pour décrire la situation ou la raison. Regardons la première image, numéro 1, sur l'exemple. On voit un jeune homme qui attend le bus la nuit et le bus affiche dernier au bus. Il semble qu'il ait peut-être raté le dernier bus ou qu'il y a un problème avec le bus. Okay, so it's like they're making it said he didn't go to the party because he missed the bus. The problem with missed the bus is the thing is, I think, like le problème, I don't know, just le problème. I don't speak French, so I don't. The problem with avec, what? Saying, dit, that, que, qui, que, that, ce, il, missed the bus, is that, je ne sais pas, dit, missed the bus, utiliser, is it the word passé composé? Passé l'imparfait, le passé l'imparfait, le passé l'imparfait est seulement je sais un nom que dit il n'est pas venu parce que qu'il attend le bus. C'est une excellente question et une très bonne phrase que vous avez formulée. Votre phrase « il n'est pas venu parce qu'il attendait le bus » est une très bonne réponse pour l'image 1. Elle est grammaticalement correcte et explique bien la situation. Bruno n'est pas venu passé composé parce he could not come, this is simple past, parce qu'il était en train, because he was. Now, when they say this thing en train, it's like he was in the process of. Here, était, it means was being in the condition of waiting for the bus. Cela suggère qu'il a entendu longtemps, peut-être en vain. So he was waiting perhaps in vain. Maintenant, concernant votre question, miss the bus, rater le bus. Pour dire tu miss the bus en français, on utilisait verbe rater. Comme l'action de rater le bus est un événement ponctuel et terminé dans le passé. So the action of missing the bus is un événement is in the event of being punctual and terminé dans le passé. What? But I guess this is talking about the bus was terminated. The last bus, the terminal bus. So the last bus had already gone. On utiliserait le passé composé. Exactly. Donc, he missed the bus, se dirait, il a raté le bus. On pourrait donc aussi dire pour l'image 1, n'est pas venu parce qu'il a raté le dernier bus. Les deuxième phrase sont les bonnes explications pour l'image. Il n'est pas venu parce qu'il attendait le bus, il était dans l'action d'attendre. He was being in the action of waiting. Il n'est pas venu parce qu'elle a arrêté dernier. In the event he was produire, which he produced. Votre phrase est déjà très bien. L'important que la raison soit claire et étant bien utilisée. Prêt à regarder l'image numéro 2. OK. So in the second image, that was the one where I said that he was taking a boat in Sicily. He was, okay, so in this case, he was being on vacation in Sicily. C'est une excellente phrase, une très bonne raison. Il n'est pas venu parce qu'il était en vacances en Sicile. Votre phrase est grammaticalement parfaite. Il n'est pas venu, passé composé, et parce qu'il était en vacances en parfait pour décrire la situation. C'est tout le fait de... What does this mean? And c'est tout à fait ce qui est entendu. It is what? Which is what? L'image avec le gondole fait typiquement penser à Venise, qui est aussi en Italie, mais être en vacances en Sicile est une raison tout aussi valable pour ne pas pouvoir aller à une fête. L'important est que l'idée être en voyage ou en vacances comme raison de son absence est bien là, très bien. Regardons l'image numéro 3, on voit un gâteau d'anniversaire où il est écrit 60 anniversaire, 50 anniversaire papa. Pourquoi Bruno n'est pas allé à la fête de ses amis? D'après cette image, il n'est pas allé à la fête parce que... parce qu'il fêtait, he was celebrating l'anniversaire de son père. Now it's going to lose its mind. What? That's insane! C'est une réponse parfaite, très bien formulée et elle correspond exactement à l'image. Il n'est pas venu parce qu'il fêtait l'anniversaire de son père. L'utilisation du passé composé, il n'est pas fait. It's just going crazy. Et tu le fais correct ici. Il fêtait, décrit bien. So it uses the same verb as partying. He was partying. He was partying. The celebrating means to party. He was partying the anniversary of his father. Décrit bien l'événement l'événement qui l'occupait et l'a empêché d'aller à l'autre fête. Excellent. Passons à la dernière image et cet exercice, l'image numéro 4. Hein? Are you Gordon D. Gordon? Hmm? Gordon wants to go outside for his run. He's not so happy with this, all of this French. Gordon, you get a problem with me learning French? What? He said, not really. So what's the problem? You're a little hungry. What? How is that even possible? Gordy goes a little hungry. And your friends are outside waiting for you? All the excitement? Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. I have to admit, it is pretty exciting. Potential fights, friends, and all sorts of fun stuff. All right. Parce qu'il étudiait toute la nuit. C'est encore une excellente réponse. Il décrit très bien la situation. Okay, so now we go to the next one. Okay. I'm going to check my study buddy, see if my study buddy sent anything. Nope. She's still didn't make it. The world right now has decided to take a break with replying to my messages. And although I'm a little uncomfortable, there's nothing I can do about it. So we'll do what we can, namely complete our exercises and take the dog for a walk. Okay, so the first one is regardons les premières phrases. What is going on? Compléter avec le passé composé au l'imparfait. Okay, so it's asking and saying avant. Avant, what is the word avant? Avant. Avant, it seems like it means avant, it means what? And then, avant, before. Before, être. Rencontrer and être. So it tells you the answer. It says this one is être, this one is rencontrer. So there's nothing terrible here. Before, seul et un jour, Jean rencontré Alice. This is actually quite challenging. Let's look at the example. So ici, vivions imparfait. Avant, nous vivions dans un petit appartement. Un jour, nous avons acheté cette maison. Before, vivions living in a small apartment. And one day, we have bought this house. We're living. Okay, so it says before we were living in a small apartment, and one day we bought this house. I get it. Okay, so before we were, I was, I was, être, I was being, I was being. That's the word. I was being. J'étais. Okay, so before I was. J'étais un. I was being single. And one day I have rencontré Alice. Okay, so you have to turn the second verb into the past participle. C'est absolument parfait. Bravo. Avant, j'étais seul. Et un jour, j'ai rencontré Alice. Vous avez très bien choisi les temps. Était imparfait du verbe être, correct, car avant, j'étais seul, décrit un état. Décrit un état. What is this? Describes a state. Décrit means describes. État means state. Décrit un état, une situation qui durait, the duration, in the past, which was happening in the past. Un contexte, in the context. One context. One situation which was happening in the past, which lasted in the past, a context. Et rencontrer, passé composé du verbe rencontrer, correct, car un jour j'ai rencontré Alice, describes an événement spécifique. A specific event, I'm guessing. A specific event, une action ponctuelle achevée qui s'est produite à un moment donné. Let's get more of that. Action. So one time, completed action that occurred at a given time. One time, one action, ponctuelle, et. Okay, so une action ponctuelle, it means une action ponctuelle, a one time, a completed action. So this means one time. Ponctuel means one time. Achevé means completed, which is occurred at a given time. Moment donné. C'est exactement utilisation correcte des deux temps, comme dans l'exemple de l'exercice. Passons à la deuxième phrase. Okay, so we gotta add it to this thing. Okay. J'avais avant je ne pars. Before I de tu français et un jour je prendrai des cours. I took a course. I wasn't speaking. Je ne parler et parlerai, something like this. I didn't really learn how to do this. I wasn't speaking French. Je ne parlais pas français. Je ne parlais pas français. Well, it doesn't want to do it in that. Ah, okay, maybe it is. So it's just AIS. Français, pas du tout français. Et un jour, j'ai prendrai. Ah, I forgot to write des cours. Future simple. J'ai pris. Ah, okay. All right. Number 3. Avant. Before I was living. J'habitais. How about that? Like this? Before I was living in the country, and one day I found a travail à Paris. I found un travail à Paris. Uh-oh, it's going to go crazy. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely perfect. It's impeccable. My goodness, I can't believe it. You did it. Nice. I could just sense it. It's going to lose its mind. So what happens when you can start feeling empathy for AI? Does that mean you're losing your mind? Or does that mean you have entered the matrix? All right, so the next one is faites des phrases au passé comme dans l'exemple. What does the example say? Regardons. Okay, exemple. Nous allons maintenant aborder le dernier exercice sur cette page. L'instruction est faite des phrases au passé comme dans l'exemple. Make the past tense sentence like in the example. L'exemple donné est l'example given. Pleuvoir, sortir du cinéma. Il pleuvait quand je suis sorti du cinéma. Ok, pleuvoir, sorti du cinéma. Il pleuvait. You okay, Gordon? Doing some scratch? Pleuvait quand it was raining. It was raining when je suis sorti du. This is exactly like the grammar exercises. I got like a series of grammar exercises for English tenses. It's exactly the same. It was raining when I left the cinema. It was raining when I left the cinema. Okay. So, venir sorti, la voiture arrivée. Venir de sortie. Venir de sortie. What is it? I don't know. What is it? Okay, it gives you an answer there. Je venais had just come out. Venez de sortir. I had just come out. Quand when la voiture arrivait. And voiture is feminine. We're using être. Et arrivé. So you're using the past participle with être. Votre voiture is il, elle. Il est, elle est, je venais, sorti quand la voiture est arrivée. All right, let's try it. Ding, 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 ding. Almost. Je venais regardant plus près quand la voiture est arrivée. Parti est parfait et arrivé est le passé composé du verbe arriver. Il est correctement accord avec la voiture, c'est bien. L'action ponctuelle. Je venais de sortir, utiliser de venir de infinitif et l'imparfait pour décrire ce qui venait de passer est excellent. Juste une petite correction sur la conjugation venir. Je. Yeah, that was also the one I was thinking. Could be possibly wrong. Gordon, I know you really want to go outside. We're almost done. I got an idea, Gordon. You can do it for me. You can do the exercise today. All right, next one is vouloir traverser la rue, voir la voiture. It doesn't say who has to do it. I could say it myself. I could just do it with me. Je voulais traverser la rue quand voir. Is it être or is it je. All right, so it wants to say. Now, so if I want to say il, do we change it to a T? Il voulait traverser la rue quand il a vu la voiture. I guess. C'est une phrase Piefron. Excellent. Yeah, you did it. Good job. Continuons avec la troisième série. Être par passé, quelqu'un me parlait. Imaginez que vous, je entendais par traverser. Vous attendiez par traverser. Et quel. Okay, so you, je, okay, it's telling, je entends, what was it? It was like a IES, entend, AS. How do you do this thing? AIS. quand, when, somebody, quelqu'un me spoke. What is it? A parlé. J'attendais pour traverser quand quelqu'un m'a parlé. Ok, c'est. À promener, se rencontrer. Imagine people. Il se. I don't know how to do this. Promenade. AISENT. Just add a bunch of letters together. They were walking themselves when they were walking themselves. They were walking themselves when they were promenading themselves. They were promenading. They were promenading themselves. Okay, I got it. So it's. I was really close. Just one extra S. When they have was it rencontré, when they met each other. Être, sont, okay. Gordon, I don't think you can handle one more question. Gordon, can you handle one more question? Just one more. If I whisper his name, he thinks it's time to go outside. Sometimes when I have no energy, I just start whispering his name. And then it's like, he starts going crazy. Y avoir beaucoup de monde parti. Y avoir. I don't know. What is this? Y avoir beaucoup de monde. Let's, what does that even mean? Il y avoir. There is beaucoup de monde. There are a lot of people. Partir. Leave. So I don't know. How would you say this? There were a lot of people. A lot of people when I left. There were a lot of people. Il y avait beaucoup de monde when we left. Nous sommes partis. Look at that. Okay. So there you go, another exciting day in the world of learning French. And I mean, this new method for using Google is way better, and I think it just came just right in time, because I feel like if we didn't bump into this process that we just did today, I think that I would have just been completely overwhelmed. As you can see, I was starting to get burned out. Sometimes burnout is actually because something becomes so difficult, and then also you don't see the benefit, and then it's just like you just keep drilling down, and then eventually you just like quit because you don't get the benefit. You don't actually learn it. You fail. Failure is what creates burnout. So, and then suddenly we were just right there at the very edge. Like I was just about to fail. Like I was like literally on the very edge of failing, and I thought that this was it, that this was the end, that I wasn't going to be able to have the. Can I skip a lesson? Okay. So just because somebody just told me that they missed an appointment. All right, so I'm just going to send the photos to the study buddy. Yeah, so I'm really excited actually with this. Like we just about died there. We literally just about died. And that was the thing. I mean, one aspect of learning the verbs was that I knew that like the root of the verb was going to stay the same for all these different tenses. And I just had the feeling like, don't worry so much about like memorizing these verbs, because like it's a pattern. And then once you get used to the pattern, then everything's going to be okay. But until you have like the whole picture of the complete picture of all the pattern, then it could be, it could be a challenge to, I mean, what's the point? And then I started feeling like it was just actually getting a little bit too much. And then suddenly I just felt like I don't have the ability to do this anymore. It's just getting too hard. And then suddenly, bing, in the last week of the challenge, when I thought all was lost, somehow we kept it together. And now we're going to finish it off strong. The last week of the challenge. This is really getting exciting.